It's me, Cwazywabit. Welcome to another Cwazywabit's Ship Showcase. On this episode, we're going to be covering the new addition to the Argo lineup, which is the Moth. It's based on the Mole chassis, but slight enough difference to not have the paint supply. People that watch my channel know that I am quite a big proponent of industrial gameplay. As always, this episode is going to run in the same order. First of all, we're going to look at the official CRG video for the Moth. Then we'll go completely around the entire vehicle itself, opening and pressing as many buttons as we can. And then I'll take it up into space to see how it feels to fly. And then we may do a little bit of salvaging just to show that mechanic at work. So without further ado, I give to you the Argo Moth.
Salvage. It's work. Solid and honest. And built on instinct. It's believing that a simple bit of scrap could be a piece of something bigger. And here at Argo, we're born believers. In time spent searching, a crew worth standing by, and a ship that always earns its keep. It's just how we're built, I guess. Introducing the multi-operator targeted harvester. Argo. Building your future.
Okay, let's take a look around. Even though this is sort of a variant of the Mole, I am still going to treat this on its own regard. So it's hard not to notice the claw, the grabby hands as it was referred to in the video. You got your little munchers up there as well. It does have size 2 scraper heads, so it will have the same performance as the Reclaimer in terms of its scraping ability. You can't quite go as big a ship as you can with the Reclaimer. I'm very familiar with the Reclaimer itself. In fact, I actually melted my Reclaimer to get this. Some might think I'm a bit crazy for that, but in terms of the way that I play it, I tend to fly solo. Something which I was used to doing in the Mole anyway. I've never used the Reclaimer to get more than 200 SCU of salvage, so this matches it in terms of the salvage use. Oh, what's that? Is that supposed to be like a tractor beam to move the boxes into position? It almost looks like it can move left to the right, doesn't it? Interesting. Okay, so we've got grid on this side. So it's 192-ish that the Moth can carry externally. Up there we've got the one of the scraper pods. Not seeing. Do we have a fuel gauge? A fuel port somewhere, maybe? Ah, yes. There we go. Found it straight away. So we got a fuel port there. I've not seen that on any videos that I've done. I said we'll try and press any buttons that we can. Going underneath. I'm liking the scaffolding. They've actually worked on the back side of the unit. Time to do a feet check. So we've got 2 pads per leg. Nice work on that. I'm not super keen on these yellow hazard labels, but okay. One big feature of this ship compared to the Mole is the cargo ramp. You can fit an STV or one of the bikes, and also the Atlas frame. Stands to reason that you can fit an Atlas because that's also Argo. So coming around to this side. See the texturing on that? Some little dents and stuff. They tend to do that with the more industrial ships. They tend to be a bit more bruised compared to something like an R-engine ship. Obviously, we've got the other elevator. Not massively keen on what they've done with the text on that, to be honest. I think it would have been better if they've gone with the British version of saying "send lift." I don't like it when text kind of overspills onto another layer. Just my own opinion. Yours can differ, that's totally fine. Drop it in the comments. Lift or elevator in this regard. Okay, round on this side. So on the other side we had our fuel port. Do we have anything here? Got nothing on this side. Okay. Let's take a look inside. So we'll go up via this elevator. So we're truly at the back. Loving the pipe work. And the texture on it as well. I'm quite liking that aluminium. It's nice. They really do have managed to sort of nail down the textures on this one, I think. But that Argo orange. I've personally gone for the black in terms of the ship paint. Let's bring that elevator up so I don't fall down the hole. Got the fire extinguisher, of course. Give it a quick blast, because that's what I do. No components down here though, so not entirely sure why there would be the extinguisher down here. I'm not seeing any components. Hopefully there's another extinguisher upstairs. Okay, so on this side we've got the entrance into the side pod. I'll bring that down when I'm flying. Suit locker. I really do look forward to the day that the suit lockers are working. Personally, what I do in the meantime is I'd literally just have it as external storage, but only accept suits. That's just me though. I think that would be a good sort of measure in the meantime until everything's physicalized. But hopefully that's coming soon. And then on the other side, got the same thing. Another suit locker. And the scraper. Point to note, for those that are not familiar with the mole, you will need an EVA suit if you're using one of these, because they're completely open to the elements, so you're going to need your own oxygen supply. Not so much with the front one, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so the only way up to the main floor is via the ladder. Okay, got that piping continued up here. Looks like they've changed the... Back down the ladder again. It's one of the most annoying things about the mole is the ladders on it. It does look like they've changed the aluminium texture compared to the mole. Okay, straight in to the hab space. Got any buttons around here? Kitchen mainly for decoration only at the stage still. Be nice if these were external storage. Got 2 buttons for the lift. There's not something on that side. Oh, it's just the seeing through the door. Okay, that's easily changed. Okay, coming into the back. Got beds. Is it me, or have they actually nailed the glass on this? I'm quite liking the look of the glass on this, to be honest. Obviously, it's another suit locker. So we've got 2 upstairs, even though this is designed for 4 crew, and 2 downstairs. Okay, got a bed. Let's sit on the bed. Okay. I do like the please keep quiet sign there. That's his own animation. A little bit slow, so that's fine. Okay, let's check out. So we've got 2 lots of storage underneath there. 2 lots of storage underneath there. How much storage is it? So it's actually 2 SCU of storage, which is quite crazy. And if you saw the video on the C2, looks like we're getting components with it as well. So you don't need to start the ship by adding your own components. No, I don't want to get on that. A little bit tight. Imagine the motion cap in trying to do that one. Got a toilet. There's your toilet. And oh, that's your door. That's your sink. It's quite claustrophobic in there, so you won't want to spend too much time in that. Okay. Heading back the other way. I mean, it's not a bad space for a kitchen. It's a little disappointing that Clipper got mounting points for posters, but it seems to be the only ship so far that's gotten places that you can put a poster. Places that you can put a poster. Try and say that when you drink. Gun rack. So this one and that one, that's where you will put your multi-tool. Like so. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pistol slots. So I imagine one of those would get used up as a medical gun, and then a couple of pistol slots. Got the 2 rifles and a specialist thing. So like that'll be like your max lift tractor beam. Ah, we do have a fire extinguisher up here. So that's 2 fire extinguishers so far. There wasn't one in there, was there? No, no fire extinguishers in there. So we've got 2 on board so far. This is the engineering area. So it's 3 components on the ship, which is lovely. This is for the salvage. So we've got 2 bays. It's a shared 32 SCU. I think that might be a mistake. Should really be, at least in my opinion, the amount follow the same process as the other salvage ships, in that it's got the capacity of the grid that it outputs onto. But it's a shared 32, so not brilliant. This is where your components that you can create come out. Okay, moving up a bit further. More components. Got some more relays there. We did have some relays downstairs, I don't know if you noticed. Okay, so we got another fire extinguisher, which is good. This is exactly where you need it. So that's 3 for the ship. Engineering terminal. For that game below. We've got the ladder that will catch you every time. Other buttons have been added here. This is your front main scraper turret. Pop the power on, wherever that's to.
Systems activating. Systems on.
So and go back as far as there, and around. Got pretty good movement on it. Go back up. Go into the cockpit. No buttons to press there. Turn to the co-pilot seat because apparently they have the missiles. So let's go to the remote turret. So it is actually a proper turret. So if you do need to aim at somebody, you got 16 size 2 missiles, which is nice. See what else we got. Apparently you can fly the ship from here, so let's bring it up. Just check the landing gear situation. That's nice. I've always liked the mole when it does this. And then down again. It's one of the more satisfying animations in the game. Okay. At the current state, to me, the only reason why you would use the pilot seat is for the running salvage stuff. If it's for general flying, I think I prefer using the co-pilot seat because you got access to the missiles. I don't know if you got access to the guns as well. Just have a quick check. No, so you haven't got access to the guns, but they're only 2 size 2s anyway. So you're not really going to be dogfighting in this. I think if somebody's attacking you, you're going to want to be in the co-pilot seat to fire off the missiles. So one thing I did want to do is, as I said, I would show the side turret. The ladder's here, isn't it? Somewhere. So, obviously I'm doing this in atmosphere. So it actually slides down. They actually sealed it off. I might have to test that. In the mole, you have to wear your EVA outfit. It looks like they put glass in. That's interesting. Okay, so it might be actually be a sealed container. That's good to know. If you're a claustrophobic person, the moth probably isn't for you. Let's take this out of atmosphere and see how it performs in terms of its maneuverability. Join me as we head up into space to test it. Okay, so you join me outside of Port Tressler, where I'm going to do a series of rolls and speed test just to see how it feels to fly the Moth. First of all, I'll do the classic barrel roll in 3, 2, 1, go. It's reasonable for an industrial ship. Next up will be an pitch roll, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. It's not bad. You have to bear in mind that it's an industrial ship, so it's never going to be that of a fighter, but in terms of just how that feels, it's pretty good. And then finally, we will do a yaw roll. This is usually the slowest one of the bunch, so in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, not bad. So it's pretty maneuverable. Let's see about its speed. So we're going to go up to top speed in SCM, see how long that takes. Then we'll go back down to 0 without the use of thrusters. Also see how long that takes. Then we'll do the same thing in nav mode as well. So in SCM without thrusters, go into full power in 3, 2, 1, go. So it took us about 3 seconds to get up to full speed. And then going back to 0 in SEM. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we can stop pretty quickly. Okay, changing over to nav speed. Going up to full power in 3, 2, 1, go. Topping out at 958 meters per second. Not too bad. Would have liked it over the 1,000 mark, given how many thrusters are pointing back. Clearly not super efficient engines. Okay, going back to 0 again, from 959 meters per second. See, it says the target's 960, but at full thrust I've got 959, so it can't even meet its own target. Okay, go back to 0 in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is without the use of thrusters. It's dropping off the speed pretty quickly. That's probably one of the more impressive stop speeds without thrusters that I've seen on the ships. So going back around. Make sure that we don't hit anyone. Okay, going back up to full thrust. This time I'm going to be stopping using thrusters. See if our thrusters run out before we actually manage to stop. So back up at full speed. Stopping using thrusters in 3, 2, 1, go. See it going down. Looks like we're actually losing speed faster than we're losing thrust. And so you can come to a complete stop with thrusters from full speed before your thrusters run out, which is brilliant. Quick check on the lamp system. Lamp is active. Got that yellow for the Argo in this case. Okay, final test that I'm going to do is to see whether or not I die when I go into the side panel, because it always used to be the case with the mole that you needed to have the EVA suit. That's why you've got the EVA locker there. Question is, am I going to die? I'm not wearing an EVA suit. Can confirm you do not need EVA suit in the side pod, which is great. Okay, let's go and run a little bit of salvage so you can see that in action. Okay, so I've got myself a 400i to scrape. First thing you should always do, scan it. See whether it's carrying any cargo. Not carrying any cargo. Does have 16 missiles though, Strike Force 2s. I won't grab them on this one because they make the video far too long, but you could certainly do that if you were so inclined. So just popping it just beneath. Let's go jump into the salvage turret. At the time of recording, there is a bit of an issue with the salvage turret, in that the collection is all wrong, but I wanted to just show it to you. Got a cinch and a braid on this one. You could also fit a tractor beam if you wanted to. But that gives you an idea for the turret. So I'll go back upstairs. This is assuming that you've scraped the hole. This isn't a tutorial on salvage, it's just purely the ship. Wanted to show you it doing its cargo thing. So now we'll drop into salvage mode. Hop into fracture mode. So we're in a fracturing mode now. Apparently it's going to give us 26.5 SCU. The station's full, so let's go take a look at that. Again, I think this is a bug with the initial release. It should be more than that, the general consensus is. But looking at it, you can only print 8 SCU boxes. I'm going to click on auto eject and eject, and then we'll run back to the cockpit. There we go, see it coming out there? It's a bit slow. There we go, there's another one. Okay. Join me now in Urkel as we go through the components that come with the ship. Okay. Join me now over in Urkel. Let's see what the components that come with the Moth are. Starting off with weapons, we have two size 2 CF227 badges. Turret wise, it's a size 2 Baylor salvage head with cinch scraper and an abrade scraper, and you can times that by 3, so that's the 3 scraper turrets. Also, there is the bespoke Moth 4162 turret, which is controlled by the co-pilot, and that contains 16 Tempest 2 size 2 missiles. Shield wise is one size 3 5CA Acura civilian grade C. Power plant wise is 1 times size 3 Ginzel industrial grade C. Cooler wise is 1 times size 3 thermal core industrial grade C. Quantum drive is 1 times S2 Hurricane Excelsior. Let's look at the general stats. Crew size, it's saying 3, but it can hold 4. As you saw, it's quite easy to solo it as well, which I think most people will be doing. It has a quadrant shield of 62,500 HP. It's got a claim time of 12 minutes and 30 seconds, with an expedited time of 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Fuel capacity, hydrogen capacity is 200 SCU. Quantum fuel capacity is 2.6 SCUs. So that's it for the Argo Moth. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel and I can't do that without you. If there's anything you think I've missed, and whether or not you feel I was correct in my choice to melt my reclaimer in order to get the ship, drop it all in the comments. I do try to respond to all of them. This is Cwazywabit. See ya.